is what I want. Okay, cool. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for being here. It is going to be an amazing run. I try to start all my writing workshops or my writing sessions, which this is more of a writing session. I try to start them with what I call a word dump. It's just a 5 minute just writing just to get whatever's on your mind off your mind so you can open up and be prepared for whatever the assignment is going to be. So I'm going to set my alarm clock for 5 minutes and we're going to jump into that and just write when it's up we'll jump right into it. Okay, set alarm for 5 minutes and your session, your 5 minutes is starting right now. Okay, if you want to start rounding off your last statements, last moments, last thoughts. Okay, how we feeling? We okay, everybody? Can I get a thumbs up? Let me turn my camera back on. There we go. Good. Anybody have anything they want to share? You can if you want to. You don't have to. I usually do that because I know sometimes people have something to say. And if you want to share, you're welcome to. If not, we're going to jump right on into what I have for you. Excellent. Nobody wants to share. Great. It's all good. It's all good. So, what we're going to do today, I'm actually going to read what our right on time. Going to read what our assignment is going to be based on what I'm writing. So here's what we're doing here. You don't have to write a poem, but you're very welcome to. Obviously, you can write a story or whatever you have. I'm going to basically give you a theme and a topic. So we're writing a storyline. That's what it's all about. So I'll get a story out, story that we have within us from whatever this writing prompt is going to be. So I'm actually going to share my screen because that's what we do here. This is it. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Oh, I put that,
Yes.
and now I'm on my
Yes.
own screen. Now I got to go up. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I accidentally jumped out of it. So this is actually coming from one of my books, which was supposed to be a surprise, but now as you see me scrolling, you know it's my book. It's from 101 Love Notes from Dad. It's a book that I wrote in 2020, I think. One of those days, one of those years. And I wrote it to my daughter. She was going through this horrible time. This depression was just really knocking on her front door, and we did not know what to do to fix or help her situation. And so all I could think of was writing these notes, and we did not know it would end up in a book, but it did. And I thought it was so amazing. And so I'm going to read this poem, and then we're going to see where we're going to go from there. Okay? It's Love Note 42. And of the still water, where the large bird spread his wings just before mealtime. The morning is greeting him with everything his feathers are swimming in a gentle wind as they were created to do. And there's a quiet surrounding him, and I can feel it. Even as this dream keeps me in this moment, I can feel that breeze. And it reminds me of you and the last laugh we shared via text message. I can see your cheeks rosy and full of joy. That laugh that always spoke to me, even when I wasn't prepared to smile still. It forced me to crack open. It made splitting myself for you easy and simple, just like breathing and singing, even without a voice. It's you, as always. It's you. And so I want you to think about where you might be in that poem, right? And maybe you're looking out a window, or maybe you're seeing this large body of water, or maybe it's a pond, maybe it's a little river, and there's a bird, and its shadow is covering this water, right? Its shadow is very, very relevant in the water. You can see it. And I want you to think of what you would say to your great, great, great grandchild. What would you write them about this moment, right? And so take control of what you feel, what you see, what you might taste. Think about all of those things, right? And it doesn't have to be a large bird. I just chose a large bird for the particular poem, but think about it. It could be your favorite bird, right? And I want you to think about that and write. I want you to try to, get to the surface, but dig in a little deeper. I want you to dive. I want you to see the whole bird soaring down and just gliding across that water. What does that sound like? Right? What does that tell the eyes or tell the heart? How does that feel? Right? And so you can start it with any, I don't mind how you start it, but I want you to really think about telling that story. But I want you to use that image of that bird coming down on the water and that shadow. Even if you use that as a metaphor, I want you to use that in there somewhere. You can name the bird, or it could be a sparrow, it could be a dove. I want you to kind of play with that. That makes sense? You all with me? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Y'all got to give me a thumbs up or something. Like let me know that you're still breathing. Is anybody lost? Anybody not sure? Okay, so we're gonna write for, let's say we write for 15 minutes. 15, because it's not a lot of us, so we got time to write and share. Okay, so I'm gonna set the alarm for 15 minutes. Set an alarm for 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, we'll come back. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. I want to take this off of share so I can see the chat. Um, yeah, and let's write. Let's see what we come up with. I think this is going to be great. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. We got about 2 more minutes to write, so kind of start bringing your ideas to a close. AJ, Mr. Wiz will be with y'all in a minute. All right, folks, time is up. Time is up. If you could bring your thoughts to a close. So, AJ, which we were writing, I read the poem number 42 from 101 Love Notes from Dad, and the writing prompt was to talk to your great, great, great grandchild. What would you say to them? But the idea was to use the imagery from the poem, the bird flying over the water and that shadow covering the water and things like that. Just kind of jump into it. So let's see where we're at. Does anybody want to share? And it's okay. It doesn't have to be finished and complete. And don't nobody not raise their hand. Like don't do that. I already see it coming.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I need to turn my camera
Okay. Waves look like liberty, freedom over troubled waters. I see a pebble on the shoreline, and it reminds me of you, small, influenced by its surroundings, but immovable. Waters pour over you, the sun, unforgiving in its heat, becomes a flamethrower. Yet you, little pebble, shine brilliantly. You stand firm, transforming waters destined to drown into a refreshing rain, transforming the sun's heat into a warm blanket. The sand, your home, your refuge, your throne. For royalty fears not, for royalty needs the wings to fly. You are freedom soaring in your still place. That's right up.
So the idea of Little Pebble being a chosen name, right? Oh my gosh, that was so dope. Because think about the water, right?
Thanks.
And how pebbles skip across the
Yeah,
water. Like, yo, that is so dope. That was so dope. Yeah.
thanks.
I'd love to see what you. Let me ask you this: what did you envision?
Uh, great grandchild. That will never know me or me them. But like small, and maybe wanted to leave some type of words of wisdom or encouragement, in a poetic, non-direct way, I guess. Something that they may find later in life and have to dissect and kind of ponder it. And that's kind of, yeah. And I don't have a good relationship with my daughters. So that kind of, you know, it, it kind of helped because to me it felt like it was direct to great grandchildren. Right? There's no filter in between. There's no, mommy ordered this to you or so and so ordered this to you. It's like directly from me to you. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. That's just, I did the setup of the water and the bird and all that kind of took me to that place.
So this is one of the things that I love about what we do, right? Because we get to. There's so much self-inflection. Like there's so much we see of our lives in it, even though we're not automatically directing the work or the poem to that inner person or that inner, you know what I'm saying, in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it always comes back that this is coming from me because this is of me. That is excellent. That is
Right.
excellent.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see what you do when you finish it. I'd like to hear that when it's all finished and
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Cool, cool. Also, does anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Awesome. Excellent.
Okay, so maybe I'm a little hard-headed here, or maybe I just didn't understand the assignment.
It's okay. It's okay.
But what I did was I wrote sort of a letter from the perspective of my great grandmother to me. Um, so here we go. I remember our last conversation, child. It was summer, hot, the kind of heat you feel when you open the oven door. You tested me so that day, aggravated me to no end about food and flies. What a silly girl. But as I sit in my favorite lounge chair near the window by the back of the house, I can't help but feel gratitude for those times, hope for your spirit, and hope that it carries you. There's a bit, excuse me, there's a bird that sits on the cherry blossom near the edge of the lake where I live now, a cardinal. Now, we all know the significance of cardinals, but this one is special because it reminds me of you. He's vibrant, and his crimson reds, they make me feel like, wait, his crimson reds make me think of your red jacket, the one you used to wear everywhere. He flits and skips and dips his beak in the lurid greenish waters, sailing across, drinking his fill, chirping, squawking, hunting, spreading his wings to be kissed by the morning sun. I pray the sun kisses you as well. That's as far as I got.
Yeah, so wait a minute. The jacket loving his back is like it for me. Like so if I didn't know what color cardinal was, you made it plain, right? And then it's like you wore this jacket everywhere. I don't know if it was the Michael Jackson one with all the zippers, but you had this red jacket on. And so obviously they always say red signifies love and things like that. And so the depths of that love. And then looking even further, like why that jacket and why that color? And what were you trying to tell us with this red? Oh my God, it's so much in that. Excellent. That's so dope. How does that feel?
Thank you. That feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good. Yes, it was a Michael Jackson jacket.
So the goal here is to get you to write outside of what you normally write. So that's the whole goal of all of these writing sessions we're going to do. I always want you to write from where you did not think you could or would write from. And I think that was excellent. And it's okay to flip. Like, I'm giving you a way to go, but you don't have to stay with that. That was absolutely perfect. I'm always flipping the ideas anyway, so that's fine. That is excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. Does anybody else care to share?
I can go.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
You next, Gifted.
All right, I'll pull the video off because I feel weird talking on not video. I also went in a little bit of a weird direction I did not expect to go in. You will never read this because you will never be. My line ends with me. My genes are no gift, so my gift to you is nothingness, abstention from this madness. I already struggle with this great winged lunacy, an albatross at sea, an albatross, that's me. So graceful from a distance, consistently persistent, but up close when their great wings unfurled as if to encircle the world, the grace is replaced with a skillful predator, a vicious survivor. As they teeter on the edge of a species-wide extinction, I will steal that distinction. Save the birds, but leave me be. It's better that this ends with me. I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. My lips were. Wow. So, I did not see that coming. How is? Are you okay? Is your energy okay
Oh,
here?
energy's
Okay.
fine.
Good. I'm always concerned about that when somebody's writing. And wow. So did it hit you automatically? This is what I'm writing, or did that just happen? Did it just go?
It just sort of happened. I knew it was the direction I was going to go because I have no intention of having children
Mhm.
for various reasons, including their benefit.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and so I was like, well, what would it be if I were to pass on these things that I struggle with? And it would be an albatross. And then I know that albatrosses are on the brink of extinction. And I was like, well, there we go.
Define albatross.
An albatross is the largest of the birds. It has a wingspan of up to 10 feet.
Mhm.
And so it's often used as sort of a term of something heavy that you must bear, like
Yeah.
the great albatross that is sitting on your back, um,
Mm.
because it's just so big.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm almost in tears over here. Like, whew. Art. I love art, and then you just painted such an imagery that oh my gosh, I had to come back from, right?
Thank you.
And so I'm so glad that we chose. I'm glad you chose that route. Like that is so excellent. Shaki, were you going to say something? Because I think I saw you.
I was just gonna yell at Kelly because she's like always inside my brain. And like I was talking about endangered animals, like extinction in my poem. And like she just had to. She had to.
I love it. I love it. How does that feel in that picture, in that camera now, right? Through that lens. How does that feel for you?
I think the idea of not having children is one that I'm very comfortable with, but it's
Okay.
one that you always go back to. Because society and even just general nature is one that constantly questions it. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Will you change your mind? Will you change your mind? What about down the road? And I always have the understanding that I might change at some point, but to this point, I never have. And so it's a well I've gone back to again and again. But every time I dip into it, I pull the same water up. And so there's almost a relief in that,
Hmm.
that I haven't set myself up for a path that future me does not jive with.
Mm, got you. And so I asked that because again, I'm always concerned about how people how their writing affects them in a moment.
Mhm.
And you gave the clarity that you're good and comfortable in this space, and that because that's important to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about other folks, but when I'm doing something, people are writing from a space that we may have never known of. right? I may have never known that if not for today. And so I just wanted to make sure that you were good in that space. That is an excellent right. I cannot wait to hear that when that's finished. Like, oh my gosh. This is why I love this work, because you can't get this anyplace else. Somebody can paint a gazillion murals, and it would never give you the verbiage. You have to find the verbiage in the painting. But when you write it, the verbiage is there, even if you hadn't said the words. So I thank you so much. That was excellent. I want to hear that. I don't care. I gotta hear that one. Like, I don't care if you email it to me, send me a video, a voice message. I want that.
Okay, I will let you know.
Please make sure that you follow me on Instagram or something. Make sure we stay in touch, because I definitely. Oh yeah, yeah. Woo. Yeah, it's hot. Okay, Gifted, I'm coming to you first because you said something. Then I'm going to Shocky. Come on, Gifted.
You muted.
I realize this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I took this in a different spin as well, but it's okay. I'm just gonna say my piece. Thank you. The morning dew kissed my cheeks as I slowly strolled the park, grateful to see this day. I never thought I'd be here, smiling at passerbyers that may or may not greet my eyes, taking in all the sights of green trees and spring flowers upon the trail, faintly listening to the harmony of the birds chirping, wondering if they know what I know. Do they know what I now know? We're blessed. We're blessed to still breathe, see, and feel the mist upon the hill. Surviving the silent sorrows, dreary rain and cloudy storms. I'm here after the commotions, and I glance in her eyes to see the beauty of this day. As I collect my thoughts of your glory, little girl, I sit here near the water to take it all in. The golden eagle flies high overhead as if it's in a dance with a warm lagoon, ready for his own breeding. And once again, I smile, knowing that he too will tell of his journey like I am about to tell you. Blessed to do it in your small ears, my sweet, great granddaughter. You are strong, a powerful being, a blossoming seed because of the legacy of the million and million wings that have soared before your first air. And we can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. And I don't read lips.
What about now?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. Here's what I love about your writing versus your freestyle.
Was the answer nothing? Because that's kind of rude.
Gosh. I don't know why
Right.
y'all can hear me. Can y'all still not hear me?
Okay, we hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what's happening here. So, your freestyle versus your writing. Your freestyle gives me all of this energy. Can't hear me?
Can y'all hear him? Or is it me? I'm turning you up. That's max. Okay,
Barely.
there you go.
So no one can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you now. Boom.
You can hear me now. Well,
Yes.
you sure? Let me make sure my mic is right, because I don't know what's happening. I don't
Your
know
mic sounds nice. Oh,
Okay. Still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So your freestyle versus your writing. Your freestyle gives me this grand character, but your writing gives me so much more of you. That right there, I'm taking all the storms and how the storms represent so much other things than just regular storms. The
Yes,
storms are telling me
life.
about, yeah, yeah. And then do you have a reference to water towards the ending? Can
Yes.
you read that again?
Um, well, I said that the golden eagle flies high and he's
Mhm.
dancing, almost dancing with the warm lagoon.
Yeah, that's it. Dancing with the warm lagoon. Wow. So there's so much to talk about a lagoon, right? There is so much to talk about a lagoon, whether you're seeing it in a picture or actually there.
Yeah.
And then what does the warmth signify? What does that mean? What is all of that, right?
That
Oh
it's
my
safe. Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still scary.
Yeah.
It's still a frightening safety. It's still, you know what I mean? Like I'm safe, but am I really safe? You know what I mean? It's kind of like being in the dark. Like I know I'm the only one in this room. You can't get in here unless you come through the window or the door. Both of those are locked shut. I'm safe, but am I safe? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I gotta hear that. I gotta hear that. I could find you though. I'll track you to get that poem. I will track you all the way down. Wow. Yeah. All right. How you feeling? You good? How's that feel for you? You probably needed that right today.
Yes. Thank you. But I almost said never mind after Kelly. But
Listen, I'm hoping we run out of time so I don't have to read mine.
oh wow.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Shocky G, you got something for me?
You'll make me go. All right. It's not done.
It's okay.
It goes, dear great, 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 great granddaughter. Hi. Sincerely, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm done.
All right. I thought you said write about birds to our granddaughter. So I clearly I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. They say crows hold grudges that they remember over generations. Once I saw a crow named Jim spread its wings over our home, named the sky Nightfall. This bird flew north in the winter instead of south, made nest in the scales of justice. I had wished it endangered, the way you have always been, perched on the stump of our family tree, ready to fly with clipped wings. May you never see the crow, hear the caw of hatred awaken you like roosters, feel its claws against your back. That's as far as I got.
The fact that you use the crow, that big bird. A crow is not a small bird.
Mm-mm.
I did not see you going a crow named Jim. I did not see Jim Crow. Oh my God. Yeah. Shocky, what happened? Like where were you? Oh my gosh. Like so where would you like to see that poem ending? Let me ask you that.
I don't know.
Just kind of free fall. Okay.
Yeah, maybe my family becoming a different type of bird.
Ooh. Because you get reference to another bird. What was the other bird you get reference? A rooster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The significance in a rooster. Hmm. I'd like to see how you turn that out. I'd definitely like to see that. I'm visioning this crow, right? And then looking at the crow of a rooster, a crow would just destroy a rooster in no time. It's just so big. But wow. I don't even know how to get there. Like, how does that even happen? Yeah. Which age? I don't know if y'all started writing since y'all been here, because y'all probably did. Are y'all still there?
No, I'm not still here.
Okay, I just was making sure you wasn't there. That was my only concern. Wow. Did you write something while you was here listening? Because I know how you do, sir. You probably got notes, but I don't know if you wrote anything.
No, no, I didn't write anything. I was trying to read the paper you held up was so small. I was trying to read what it said,
Well, you got
and
the
I was just
book in your home, sir. It's Love Note 42.
so I don't have the book. So.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I must have just got it in the mail. My bad.
You don't have 101 love notes from dad in your.
Yeah, I carry it with
Oh,
me
okay.
everywhere I go.
I,
I
I'm
really do.
I'm
I got it.
I'm just trying to make sure that we on, the same page. That's all I'm saying. I just.
No, I got it, man. I'm here to support, but I didn't know when you told me what it was. I didn't write to it because it was already over, and I knew I
Gotcha.
wouldn't have enough time to, pin anything down.
Understand, sir. Really not upset with you at all. No, I'm upset because you're late. I am upset. You and Witch, both of y'all late. Witch, are you there? Because both of y'all late. He ain't even there. He left. I'll read what I started to. I didn't finish it because I had to let AJ and Wits in. See how I did that? It says, I remember Thursdays most. Family time gave us smiles and moments to glance over the welcoming ocean we called our second home. The sun always met us first, every morning as the seagulls offered his shadow as a blanket to the open sea. Dad had already gone his way. Mom turned herself into a saint to make sure we had our fill. It wasn't quite heaven, but we hung in just as we were taught to. Dear child, there is a cold world out there, rough waters that once claimed those before me and you. They still have names we've yet to learn, but you must go forth. Press your breastplate against the wind and make this place remember your steps. I pray you see the God in you, know whose breath lives beneath your skin, dear child. Hold close to your loved ones, the ones with footprints in forbidden sands, just as those who hide what most cannot see, dear child. And then that's when AJ and Wit started coming in the room, so I stopped right there. But that's what we got. Yeah. So Witch text me what's the prompt at 8:27. The prompt is over. We out of here at 8:30. I'll send it to you. The prompt was from 101 Love Notes from Dad, poem number 42, note 42. So we only here for an hour because the kid got stuff to do. Y'all know we got open mic coming up. So yeah, y'all welcome to come to open mic. Kelly Marie McAllister. I don't know who you following here. Make sure you're following somebody. We got an open mic and you're welcome to come and join our open mic at 9:00. So you're welcome to join. Somebody in here has your information if you hadn't followed me yet, but follow me anyway. But we'll make sure you get. Oh, matter of fact, Shocky knows you. Shocky exchanging information. Cool.
Oh, she already has.
See, this is why I love y'all. This is called work together. Work together. Listen, this has been great. Sometimes we will stay longer when we can, since I don't know if anyone comes up after. But on Wednesdays, it's not the longest hour for us. An hour should be good. So I invite you all to come back, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Please try to be on time so we can get it in. We still have enough time to write, but I like to at least have enough time for everybody to share. So I would like for you to write, 15, 17 minutes, and then we can all share. So that's great. But thank y'all so much for coming, and I hope y'all be back. Great prompt. I'm glad you enjoyed the prompt. I'm going to change it up. So last week was like 3 prompts in one, or not last week, but the week before. And the reason being, because I want to see how people grab concepts that don't go together, and then how do you weave them together? And that's not always an easy process for folks. So what I do is I try to choose the easiest ideas so you can bring them together. And sometimes there'll be, just writing prompts. Behind me, I have a bookshelf full of let me see, all these poets that I know. I have their books in there, and I'm going to read some of those and use those poems as prompts because we're gonna celebrate each other. That's what we do here. And so when you come in one day, you're gonna come in. It's gonna be your poem on the screen, and I'm gonna break it down and give us a writing prompt. So just be excited. If I don't have your book, make sure I get it. I already have the one I'm doing for next time. I ain't telling you because I don't want you to go read it. If you're gonna read an author, good, read that author because it might not be them anyway. So it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, listen, thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate y'all. This has been great. You know, and I hope I see y'all the week after Wednesday. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Make sure you can put your information in the chat
Thank
before I
you.
go. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. And put your information if you want some folks to follow you. And if not, we'll see y'all on the next call. Which age? I'll call y'all in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Peace and love, y'all.